Hello there and welcome to episode 22 of my playthrough of the 2018 Harebrained Schemes BattleTech game. Today I'm going to be tackling Flashpoint mission Young Virtanens Big Score. So we're out in Electra today, which is right at the top right hand side of the map that we are navigating, pretty deep into Fedson's territory. The employer today is Yang. He is our chief mech tech. Engagement length is short, so that probably means 2 missions today. No consecutive deployments, and there is a rare mech as bonus reward, so that's interesting. As soon as I saw that, I was like, what mech is that? But I can't remember from the last time I played through the Flashpoint. Tonnage requirements are no restriction. And the description of the mission reads, "Hey boss, I've got a line on a really juicy opportunity out on Electra, but I need to check it out in person to be sure. Think you could authorise taking a little detour." So we've done that, and let's go ahead and begin. We've got 2.5 skull difficulty today as well, so there might be a hair-raising moment or two, but should be relatively okay, especially given that there are no tonnage restrictions on this mission. Kind of started to ignore the skull rating missions a little bit on the Flashpoints, because the last mission that I recorded, if you saw that, was really, really tough. I feel like it's probably the best I've ever played this game. Like, I was able to split the lance up and kind of do different things with them. But yeah, I think if I'd have gone into that like in a sloppy manner, like I'd have just run them down the centre, I think I'd have been really badly chewed up. I may have even lost like a couple of mechs. And I don't recall that having like a really high like difficulty level, so I'll take all that with a pinch of salt from here on out. Anyway, so alright Young, we're orbiting Electra, so let's hear it. What's this juicy opportunity you've got lined up for us? A great big glittery showroom full of limited production battle mechs. We're talking mint condition museum pieces, the private collection of one of House Davian's preeminent collectors. We play our cards right, and they are ours for the taking. In short, XO, what I've got lined up for us is a good old-fashioned heist. Yeah, heist movies are always terrible as well, so this episode might not be the best. This collector have a name. It'd be nice to know who we are planning to rob. Mitchell Graves. It's a very powerful Mitchell Graves, very powerful name. He's ex-corporate, made a mint working as the interim CEO of Lycom Davian Indrotech, then more than quadrupled his money by manipulating the aerospace market. Long story short, the guy's a white-collar criminal. He's filthy rich, but otherwise unremarkable, and he collects battle mechs. But I'll be damned if he knows how to pilot one. Sounds like the kind of guy I'd have no problem stealing from, so how do you propose we do it? Well, first off, we'll have to get our mech quarries into the showroom somehow. We can't just blast our way in without damaging the merchandise, so frontal assault is out. If we want to get those mechs out of the showroom in one piece, we're going to have to trick Graves into dropping his guard, and as it happens, I've got a plan for that. Graves has a rival, a guy named Walo, or Wallow, we'll say Walo, sounds better. He's another rich schmuck with a military hardware fetish, and a couple of months ago he outbid our guy on some vintage mech parts. Graves needs those components for an old Griffin he's restoring, but Walo won't sell. You with me so far? I hope so, because we're coming to the good part. Okay, so just last month, Walo leased an old aircraft hangar on the edge of Cortica City. He's planning on using it to facilitate another deal, some sort of aerospace acquisition, I think, and he's brought his Griffin components with him, presumably for the purpose of annoying Graves. Now, here's where the plan gets clever. If we were to capture Walo's hangar and then leave it defenceless, Graves would go for it. He'd send his own security detail to steal Walo's Griffin bits, and that would give our people all the opportunity we need to slip in on foot and infiltrate Graves' showroom. Okay, that makes sense. And then our mechers would abscond with their pick of Graves' battle mechs. It's a fine plan, but what happens if the mechs are secured in some way? No offence to our valiant pilots, but if getting these museum pieces up and running is more complicated than pressing the on button, I'm not sure they'll be up to the task. You're right, they won't, and that's why I'll be going in with them. Feet on the ground like I did in my army days. I'll get the mechs running and hitch a ride back out with one of our pilots. Won't be my first day at the rumble seat. Sounds like a plan. Damn glad you're with me on this, boss. Damn glad. I'd give the mother of all high fives if I didn't think it would break you. Let's get to work, everyone. This is going to be great. Okay, so first mission is capture the base. So Willow's got a mercenary company on retainer to protect his private aerospace hangar. Okay, so this is all pretty simple, I think. So let's go ahead and start. We're in the desert today, so capture base in the desert. I'm going to clear all my bays here just so I can discuss who and what we will be taking today. So, first up, we can't bring Oculus because Oculus is injured. I did a pretty nasty random mission in this system actually, and I got like chewed out quite badly by a heavy assault lance and an assault lance, like in reinforcement. I took like my best, so we survived fine, apart from the injury to Oculus. But I did, it was quite grueling. I had to kind of do a lot of duck and covering to get through it. But today, probably be a little bit easier, I think, with this capture base. Maybe like a garrison lance and then a reinforcement lance or something like that. There are no tonnage restrictions though, so that makes me think this might be a bit of a tough mission. So we want to bring some like decent level mechs. I think, let's have a think here. I think I will bring the Highlander, and I think I will put, let's put Talon in the Highlander today. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you, if you can see it above my head, you should be able to. I think I'm kind of in the middle left area here. We have got an Annihilator, the 1A. I adore the Annihilator. It's a beautiful mech. They just released a resculpt of it as well. In the, is it in the Wolf Dragoons pack, I think? In one of the Mercenary Units pack, I think they did the Wolf Dragoons for it. And yeah, it looks amazing. Unfortunately though, and I've moaned about this many times, it's on limited edition release at Barnes & Noble, and for some unbeknownst reason, Barnes & Noble do not deliver to the UK. So short of finding someone in America to go into a Barnes & Noble store and buy this for me, I'm going to have to remain annihilatorless. Whatever. But in this game, the Annihilator is beautiful. I've called him Cthulhu because it very much looks like a big Cthulhu monster. It's got like a big snake head. Probably my favourite looking mech in this entire game. I just think they did such a beautiful like sculpt, like digitally for this game. It's a massive ballistics platform. We will take it today. There's no point in me speaking about if we're not going to take him. Now, one thing to really keep in mind with the Annihilator is that you really want to use it as a ballistic platform as well, because it's got this BSC system built into it. This is, it doesn't weigh any tons, so it's just kind of some kind of system that helps ballistic weaponry. You can see there that the integrated ballistic siege compensators of the Annihilator turn it into an indomitable killing machine. Specifically tuned to this behemoth's stature and stride, this equipment increases maximum stability and ballistic weaponry damage, which is obviously amazing, especially if you're like me and you like your ballistic weaponry. So that gives us an extra plus 20% ballistic damage, which I can't even, really, because that's just incredible, and a plus 40 max stability. I do think that is by far the best component in this game that you have built into the mechs. There are some other really interesting good ones as well, but a lot of them weigh tonnage and take up like a lot of slots. This takes up one slot in the center torso, and it doesn't weigh anything, so it's just like free awesomeness basically. And what you really want to do is to build your Annihilator around that system. So don't be really putting on energy weapons, I'd advise. You can get away with putting support weapons on for sure, basically because most of them are light and it's good for the old physical attack. But I haven't done that. I've actually just exclusively kept this to 2 LB-10Xs and 2 UAC-10s. Now, if I can find another UAC-10 double plus and an LBX double plus, or even the plus variants, they are lighter. Therefore, I might be able to get a little bit more like weaponry on there, like some support weaponry. I really don't have any interest in putting on energy hard points though, because you don't get the bonus from it. So it kind of mitigates the whole point of the Annihilator, which is basically it's a walking siege tower. It just kind of does devastation with with those big ballistic cannons. Traditionally, it's kind of run with 4 AC 10s. Obviously, in this game, we've got like upgraded like Star League weaponry, so hence the UACs and the LB 10s here. But I kind of like think just as it is now, it's absolutely incredible. It will shave a lot of armor off mechs with those LB axes, and then you get that little extra like stability damage and real world damage, if you want to call it that. With the inbuilt component, and then the UAC 10 just makes it into the double UAC 10s. That's 4 points of, well, it'll be more than 60 damage because you get an extra 20% with the inbuilt system. I don't think the pluses give you any more damage. No, they don't. They give you extra stability damage and way less. But that's actually better than more damage in my opinion. Having it lighter is a massive advantage. Had to get quite a lot of heat management on here as well, as you'd expect, because we do generate quite a bit of heat with those like UAC weapons especially. Though, doing very well, Alpha Strike 57, heat sinking 42, so that's very much in a very common sense ground for heat management. Also got on here a TTS Plus, which gives us a natural +2 to ballistics. So everything is built around those ballistics. I should always be kind of having decent percentages, and when it hits, they'll be doing massive stability damage and massive regular damage. The only drawback of the Annihilator is that it is really, really, really slow. You can see it only actually fits on 2 jump jets, which can actually be a really good option for it. Kind of similar to like the Urban Mech. Think of the Annihilator as like the just Urban Mech on like, you know, up to 11. You know, it's absolutely amazing, and just that little bit of extra like bounce allows you to maybe get into a position where you can shoot more, because just walking and shooting with this thing is difficult. You usually have to kind of do a sprint, and then you can do one shot, then you'll have to do another sprint again, which isn't ideal given that we've got pretty decent heat management on here. So you kind of do want to be like regularly doing not so much alpha strikes. Like you might cut down one weapon so that then that weapon gets doesn't have the recoil penalty on the next turn. So you just kind of mix and match, but it's an absolutely devastating mech and it's glorious. Next up, we're in the desert today, so we need to be slightly concerned with heat management. So I think we'll bring the Archer today. He's got a nice like missile punch. Two LRM-15s, 2 SRM-6s. We'll put... actually, we need to load the Annihilator up, don't we? So we'll put Vortex in the Annihilator, and we'll put Lady Death Lotus in the Archer. Yeah, she's fine in there. She's got really good gunnery skills now, actually. So she should be hitting with lots of good percentages with those missiles. And then finally, another jumping mech here. A little bit limited on jumping mechs. I'm really after a Victor. Victor is like the traditional jumping mech of the like assault class. I really like the Victor. I think it's a really great mech. I also wouldn't mind a I'd actually love to get the Cyclops HQ. Put jump jets on that as well. Those inbuilt systems in that Cyclops HQ are really powerful. I've got like 1 point of salvage, so I need 3 more points of it to make one. If I get that as well, I expect to see it quite a lot. You can barely take any weapons in there, but it just gives you such an amazing advantage to your other mechs that it's well worth having on your books. But yeah, really limited apart from that. I mean, because I would like what I was going to say is I'd use that Cyclops actually with jump jets and just having kind of bouncing around doing LRM attacks, and not even good LRM attacks. You probably only fit on like an LRM-15 on there or something like that, because so much of its capacity is dedicated to the components within the mech. But very, very like low on those like big hitting like jumping mechs. We've got the Grasshopper, which is a great mech, but he's not going to be really great for this mission because we're in the desert. I think instead, we'll take the Catapult. So we've kind of got an ultimate LRM death here, like with the Archer and the Catapult running together. That's always quite useful, I think, in the like desert environments, because they don't really run too hot. So that's very beneficial. And we'll put Code in the Catapult today, so let's go ahead and deploy. Oh, just worth noting, Catapult actually has the final Scout skill now, so that's Master Tactician, I should say, the final Tactician skill, actually. So that means he will be running with the medium mechs today, as opposed to the heavy mechs, because he gets that +1 in initiative. So let's go ahead and deploy. I really don't have much memory of this mission from the last time I played the Flashpoints through, which was quite some time ago now. We do get told we get given a mech, but in my memory, we definitely get access to the Raven, which we've got already. So we've done that mission. You get access to probably my favourite mech in this game. If you say like the Annihilator looks the coolest, although I love the loadout as well. I think the best mech in this game is the Griffin 2N. I think it's the 2N. It's basically the Starly Griffin, and you get that at the end of one of the Flashpoints. And obviously my personal favourite mech is the Catapult. But in this game, the Catapult is like very good, but you know, it is what it is. I think I'll always have Mina on the books. I love my Catapult. But I'm just trying to kind of work my memory through what other mechs you get access to. You do get things like the Hatchet Man, but you have a mission where you run alongside a Hatchet Man, but you don't get a Hatchet Man. You can pick one up, you can buy one, but you don't get it from a Flashpoint mission. So I have no idea what we're getting at the end of this. Anyway, so the hangar's just ahead, Commander. I'm picking up a lot of battle mech activity out front. Unbeknown battle mech lands. Be advised that you're trespassing on protected territory. Turn back now, or you will be destroyed. So much for the element of surprise. Let's do what we came here for, Lemuel. Take them out and capture that hangar. Right, so, I quite like this mission. You come across this in the random missions. It's very big, complex. This mission can get a bit hair-raising, actually. You can get a lot of reinforcements thrown at you. But given I have got the Highlander and the Annihilator out front today, I'm really not too concerned about anything. So we'll just sprint everyone down the hill, see what we can get on sensors. Nothing as yet. Okay, Code, you can jump in, get behind that rock there. Still nothing on sensors. Interesting. We must pick something up now. I mean, we've got the archers pretty quick, so yeah, here we go. I've got eyes on that hangar, Commander, and what's more, Farah's gotten me access to Wallo's internal security cameras. They weren't even encrypted. For a security company, these SSI people aren't very good. You can say that again. I'm taking a look inside. Willow's got something big in there, but I can't quite make it out. Oh, whoa. Don't leave us in suspense, Maya. What are you looking at in there? A thing of beauty, XO. He's got about 80% of a Galileo Instruments Achilles. I think that's how you say all that. Yeah, Galileo? Is it named after the Galileo? Okay, we'll call it Galileo. I think that's how you spell it, actually. When there's all the L's and the I's together, my eyes have to strain. I'm an old man now. Galileo Instruments Achilles up on blocks in there. It's an absolute monster of a dropship, more than twice as big as our Leopard, and it's armed like a warship to boot. There are no warships at this era of BattleTech. Then we should be relieved it's up on blocks. Let's get this show back on the road, Commander. The sooner we wipe out Wallow's guards, the sooner we can move on Grove's showroom. Okay, so still nothing on sensors. So let's jump the Highlander over here. I think we'll split the team up. I think we'll bring the Annihilator down this left-hand flank, and I'll bring the Archer and the Catapult to get the objective, and then they can kind of do their LRM spam in this. Well, it's kind of they're not going to be able to take any direct fire because they've got the walls around them, so that's pretty ideal for those two. Highlander, I'm just going to kind of run on this right flank in case we get anything coming from that angle. So we'll go ahead and capture the objective here and see if that spurs anything on. Ah, here we are. So we've got some reinforcements coming in. There were no turrets, no garrison units, nothing. A 50-ton mech. This might be a complete cakewalk if that's all that we are getting. What is it? A vehicle and 3 mechs? Yeah, I think I've completely overkilled this mission. Right. Well, we'll see if we can do some sensorizing with old Mina here. We've got a trebuchet. Yeah, I could just drop everyone back and the Annihilator could just go and wreck all these guys. I think it's that good. Oh, the assassin's jumped up on high, so that'll give something for the archer to shoot at. That was very cheeky. Right, well, yeah, I think we'll... What I might do here is a cheeky double shot, so... We will, if we call the assassin A and the plinth that he is on B, we can do this. Always make sure that you... In fact, I'm saying this, I don't know how this like mechanic would work. What I was going to say is, always make sure you have the A. If you're going to do the multi-shot between the mech and the structure beneath, make sure you target the mech first. Because otherwise, I don't know if you'll be able to then hit the mech after it's like moved. I don't know if the game will like compensate for that. I don't think I've ever tried it. I could do it now just to test it, but no, I won't. So instead, I will just have him as target A, and then I'll have the plinth underneath as target B. That way I know that I'm at least going to get 2 shots off on him. And quite a bit of stability damage there as well. So, oh, he's not knocked it down though. That's interesting. Somebody will be able to do that now for sure. We'll have 4... yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, let's then move in with you. Yeah, let's just pip this thing over. Just knock him down. There we go. Taking him off his perch. And knocked him down. So that puts him in with the mediums. And Vortex now is going to take the Wrecking Ball. Look at those percentages. 75 for the UAC, 2 points of evasion as well on this trebuchet. So that's pretty marvellous. And the heat management is glorious. And we're in the desert, so just amazing. Oof, yeah. There's the Annihilator. I think we missed a couple of those UAC shells as well. I think we would have taken that out. And he's running away, which is the smart thing to do for sure. Oh, there's an Inferno carrier there. So let's actually... Oh, you see, oh, there's something weird happened there. Okay, so he's fallen off the plinth, but he's kind of on the... He's fallen onto the wall beneath. He's still got the structure damage, so that's fine. Oh, sorry, the leg damage, so that's fine. Instead, though, I'm actually going to target the Inferno. Now, I don't want him lighting anybody up. That should be enough. There we go. Lovely stuff. The Assassin is one of the worst mechs in BattleTech. In this game, it's got a component built into it. I don't really use them, so I'm just trying to remember what it does. I think it basically, if something has got like several evasion pips, it will knock off 2 of them. Like when it shoots, it's got some weird thing in it like that. It's basically like a light mech hunter. So if you are up against light mechs, it can be relatively useful because of that little system that it's got built in. But generally, as you can see there, its weapon management is pathetic. Sorry, well, weapon loadout is pathetic. Usually runs 1 M laser. Yeah, an LRM5 and an SRM2. That is the very definition of garbage. Yeah, offensive almost. So let's just LBX this guy to death. There we go. I mean, we don't get the recoil penalty then for the UAC 10s, and they'll be able to smash into the... I think that's a Hunchback back there. I'm actually going to sprint in here with Talon in the Highlander, so she can jump and fire on the next move. Trebuchet's coming back for some action, but doesn't bother firing, which is a very bizarre choice. Some gorgeous percentages there, considering we've got indirect fire. That's not enough to take him out, but he is very much the walking dead. And the Hunchback will now come in with his laser spam, which is fine. Yeah, we're in cover, and we're a very big boy. Head hit there, but we've got the cockpit mod, so we are happy to take head hits, it doesn't matter. The Archer now, so we'll do a split shot here. We'll put the LRMs into the Hunchback, and we'll put the SRMs into the Trebuchet, and hopefully finish it off. Just get some stability. Oh, that stability damage is amazing. Nice, that went very well. If this is it, then this has been the easiest Flashpoint mission I think I've played, although I did bring some insanely powerful mechs. So, yeah. Slightly overkill on this one, you may say. I'm so like, I think that the skull rating is so spurious, and I'm acutely aware that on these Flashpoint missions, you kind of don't get second chances. So I probably will err on the side of caution in terms of the lances I bring. And yeah, that was it. That was insanely easy. I could have just brought. I wish they had put like tonnage restrictions in that mission. Would have been far better. Okay, so the hangar is defensive, and it looks like Graves is taking the bait. Long-range sensors are picking up activity out of his showroom. That's my cue then. I'll get a lance of mech warriors together to infiltrate the showroom. Oh, okay, this is way low. I don't understand you people. You've captured my aerospace hangar, and now you're, what, running away? Looks that way. Word to the wise, Grove security team will be coming along any second now. If you don't want them tearing that hangar down around you, I'd recommend moving your Griffin components out of the front yard. I'd also recommend that you password protect your security cameras, because your security team doesn't have the faintest idea what it's doing. I appreciate the warning, miss. Call me Sam, and I notice you've got a nearly completed Achilles in there. I'm a thief, not a monster. I don't want to see a marvel like that get destroyed. That's very kind of you, Sam. It's downright cordial. I'll try and keep this little exchange in mind the next time we meet, because there will be a next time, Sam. And when it comes, I'll be the one holding the cards. Ooh, sinister. Right, well that was a doddle. Kind of disappointed with that. I wanted the Annihilator to be up against the challenge. No money, obviously, because we are kind of working for one of our own team members here. I'm not sure if we get any salvage. Yes, well, we get 3 points of salvage, so that's something. Ooh, look at that. Some nice M lasers there as well. Any nice electronics? No. We'll definitely take the M lasers. They are always useful with that extra accuracy. And we'll just take the Hunchback there to sell. And there's a magpie right outside my window flapping around, which is very distracting. There's like a family of magpies live in the tree outside my house. And he sits and he does his magpie dance, like on the branches. And it's very hypnotic. Do like a magpie. Very cute birds. The Eagle has landed, boss. We're in the showroom, surrounded by a whole bunch of really pretty battle mechs. Real talk, these beauties are as polished as a bodybuilder's biceps. If you told me that Graves spent 10 hours a day rubbing baby oil on them, I'd believe it. Charming. Just calling it like I see it, Doc. These babies are slick. Interesting variety of chassis too. I can't wait to see what components they're packing. I just wish that there was somewhere we could get the entire collection home with us, you know. It feels almost negligence condemning such beautiful machines to language in moist, glittering captivity. There's a phrase I never thought need to hear again. Look, Jan, can you get those mechs running or not? I've got it, XO. There are some fluids I need to pump and a few locks to disengage. But the battle mechs themselves are in showroom condition. It shouldn't take long to get them going, is what I'm saying. I just need a decision about which 4 mechs to bring online. What are our options? Well, the way I see it, there are 2 options we can take here. We can swipe a lighter lance and try slip away clean, or we can take a bunch of bruises and blast our way out. There isn't much sense in taking a mixed lance, because at the end of the day, we're only going to be as fast as our slowest mech. It's very true. So, boss, what do we take? The hot rods or the monster trucks? Obviously, your average heavy mech is a lot more valuable than a light mech, but these particular light mechs are pretty rare. There's a Vindicator variant in here, the Avenging Angel, that even I've never seen before. Well, he's telling a lie there, because I literally just bought that variant of the Vindicator. I believe it's the 1AA. We have got it in... Oh, no, in fact, no, I have pulled it out of storage. So he's been working on it for the past month. Anyway, well, I really don't need any more medium mechs. The only medium mech that I'm looking to get now for the remainder of the game is that Griffin that I've already discussed, which we get at the end of one of the flashpoints. That will probably replace the Wolverine that I've got on the books, like as a 55-ton mech, like swap out. The lighter stuff, I really did want that Vindicator, the 1RR, which I've actually swapped that out with the Blackjack now. Blackjack's gone back into storage, and I've put the Vindicator in, because Yangi's correct there. It is actually a very, very good mech. It's the fast variant of the Vindicator. It comes like with barely any armor, but if you armor it up and you give it the extra jump jet, it's got extra natural engine speed as well. which presumably means you have to drop out some like weapon tonnage, but that's fine because it still holds. I think I've got it running with a snub PPC double plus for heat management, so it's got like a -10 heat, and I think I've got the SRM6. I only like recently modded it up, so it's kind of fresh in my memory. They run quite hot, but most Capella mechs run hot, but it is a great mech. I am still though inclined to kind of look at the lighter lance here because the heavy lance, I've got so many. I've got pretty much every variant now of the heavy and the mediums that I want. Maybe I could be persuaded to swap out the Thunderbolt to the other variant of the Thunderbolt with the ballistics weapon, but I'm not that bothered. I'm only using the Thunderbolt as a like a heater mech. So I think if I am going to go for the lighter lance, see if there is anything alongside that Vindicator that's interesting. There might be like, I don't know, like a variant of, I'm just trying to think, could be like the laser blackjack or something like that, which is quite an interesting option. No idea. We'll see. I can't remember this mission at all. So we'll go ahead and go with a lighter lance. I do know that the Vindicator in Age is the 1AA. Because there are only 2 variants of the Vindicator. I'm a little bit obsessed with the Vindicator. It's one of my favourite mechs. The stock variant in this game is the one that you start with, and it's very, very good, but the 1AA is far superior. Just the speed alone makes it like really, really great. On it, boss, the hot rods it is. Tell Maya to be ready. We're gonna need pickup as soon as we hit the LZ. The moment Graves realises what we've done, his security team is gonna be hot on our tail. And now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a lance of absolutely beautiful fighting machines to liberate. Commander, the lance is gonna need your help to get out of here, so I'll be in touch with you via comlink. With any luck, we'll catch the rest of you shortly thereafter. Take care of yourselves. Okay, so we now have a... What have we got here? A battle in the desert. So is that all we're going to do? Do we just have to bust out? Do we have these mechs already? Yep, thought that was the case. Oh, okay. So we got a fire starter. I think I have a fire starter on the books, but I don't know what variant it is. There's a trebuchet and an enforcer. The Vindicator really is. I just can't see the variant numbers really below the locked. Like copy there, which is a shame. Anyway, we'll put code in the Vindicator today. He is the Capella, he would like that mech. We'll bring Firestarter, we'll put metal in the Firestarter. We'll put Talon in the Trebuchet, and then we'll put... Bring Boudica. Boudica does love an enforcer. And she runs that as a light mech as well. So we've got 2 really good skilled pilot mech warriors here with that +1 in initiative. So they'll both be running as light mechs, which I think will give us a really nice advantage in this. If we are... I can't remember this mission. I'm guessing we don't get all 4 of... Something's going to happen. It's not just going to give us 4 mechs. Now that I'm saying that, this mission is maybe coming back into my mind a little bit. Do we get double-crossed or something and then we're allowed to choose one? So if I'm choosing one of these, it would probably be the Trebuchet. I sold my old Trebuchet ages and ages ago during the priority missions, but it could be interesting to have a Trebuchet on the books, keep it in cold storage. Enforcer I think I've got the Firestarter and we've got that Vindicator, so it would be the Trebuchet. If that's how it works. My memory is desperately trying to grasp for what the end result of this mission is, and it's just not there. Anyway, we've got a light battle today, though, so not sure what that will entail. Hopefully it's not too difficult or too crazy. I wish that Yang had have told us what the mechs were beforehand. He could have said, well, we've got a heavy lance and it's this, and this, and then we've got a lighter lance and that's this, and this. That would have been useful. Then I probably could have made a much better choice, but it doesn't matter. I very recently, like I said, picked up that Vindicator 1AA. I was in Capellan space and found it in their store, which is good for lore reasons because the Vindicator is a Capellan mech. I only needed one part of it. I think it cost me like 400,000 Z-bills to complete it, so I don't regret getting it then at all. If I can get the trebuchet out of this as well, Or, I don't know how many you get. You might get one, you might get two. There's no way the game's going to give you 4 mechs. That's silly. And none of them are like Star League mechs, so I'm a bit meh on this anyway. Commander, we've got problems down here. Graves' security team is closing in on us, and we're going to have to fight our way out. I've looked them up. It's another paramilitary security team, Paladin Protection LLC. There's a name to inspire terror in the mercenary heart. Give them hell, Commander. Right, so what have we got here? We have got some enemies coming down the hill. Let's just have a look at our topography here. Think I might take the long way around. We're fast enough to do that quite quickly. That will then, rather than being at this bottom, if they're going to come down here, we're going to be in this kill zone in the trees. Instead, I can get a little bit of like, we could split the team up, maybe put 2 mechs in this forest, or this copse of trees, 2 in this copse of trees. And we've got a little bit of elevation advantage there, I think. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I want to be slightly cautious on this one, because we're running a completely unknown lance. Good mech warriors though, so that's one good thing. This Vindicator is, if it's anything like the regular 1AA, it's got horrendous armour. So I'm going to have to be very, very careful with that, I think. Decent lance though, if we're going to be... You know, it's a lance where you don't really want to get too heavily engaged with your opponent, because look at the speed of that thing. Firestart is madman. Okay, we'll put you in the mineral field over here. Yeah, but you don't want to get too up close with the enemy here. Apart from the Firestarter can presumably jump and light the opposition up. And as expected, they are coming down that hill, so that's good. Anything they shoot at us now will probably won't touch us, because we have got such a we've got so many evasion pips, but we should be alright here. Now, cheeky little Firestarter, 4 flamers, 2 M lasers and 2 machine guns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump you right up here, and you might be able to, in a turn or two, go and light one of these chaps up. Don't think there's much to worry about. 45 ton, a 35 ton, a 25 ton, and a 35 ton. So we should be relatively well off here. All these mechs run as light mechs as well, I believe. No, apart from the Trebuchet. The Trebuchet runs as a medium. Firestarter is a light mech, and Code and Boudica obviously have that advantage, that advantageous little skill. Really, really don't want to get this Vindicator too close here, because I'm convinced it's going to have that paper thin armour. So we'll bring him up high, just keep him braced down for now, and I'm going to use the Enforcer and the Trebuchet up the centre here. So yeah, let's can we sprint in? Yeah, we get a bit more speed with sprint, so we should draw some fire here with the Enforcer. That's fine. Commando over there, and hopefully now the Trebuchet should be able to do LRM spam here. Nice. So this is 30 long-range missiles. Will hopefully do him a little bit of damage. Very nice. Panther there with a PPC, and he's missed. It's the problem with the Panther. It's a real one-trick pony. If you miss with a PPC, you kind of forget about it. Now, I want to reinforce my centre first, so let's move Boudica, and she can really start to take it to this Commando here, hopefully. Lovely. Good shooting. Not sure where the other 2 mechs have gone. Have they kind of fallen back? No idea. They might be going after the Firestarter. But that's fine. He can kind of lead them on a merry dance while the others destroy these 2. Code, I am really just tempted to keep him up here. Yep, we're going to do that. Just going to keep him up here, pew-pewing down. Ah, yes, and they are coming after the Firestarter, but he's targeting the Enforcer. That's a Jenner, so that is something to be slightly concerned about. Metal now. Heat level's pretty bad on this guy, so we might be able to shut this fella down. Can we get in the trees? We can. We get in the trees and do it, so let's go ahead and do that. Ooh, there's a Hatchet Man there. Got an AC-10, quite nasty. Oh, no, is he a weird variant of the Hatchet Man? Is it a Hatchet Man? I think it is. Yes, it is Hatchet Man. It's a 3X. Is that the laser? It is the laser variant of the Hatchet Man, and the missiles as well. I think I prefer the standard version with the AC-10. But it's always nice to see a Hatchet Man. Very, very good mech. So let us. I think we're going to target this Jenna. Actually, that's give the Firestarter some support. Very good. Unsteady now as well, so that's positive. Gone for a little cool off there. The Hatchet Man is... I'm not that worried about it, to be honest. Oh, well, I am, because it's got a hatchet. So that is something to keep in mind here. Yeah, let's just risk it. Hopefully shut this guy down properly now. Lovely stuff. Firestarter can be such a game-changing mech. Very, very interesting like idea. The whole heat mechs up and don't allow them to kind of get any... they can't do any manoeuvring because you're just constantly like heating them up and they have to retreat and then cool off. So it's a very effective little game plan. Let's try and finish off this commando. Lovely. One down. I have a feeling there'll be reinforcements in this game. This is a relatively light lance that we're up against here. Cheeky Enforcer, I think you can... What's this Jenna's? Very little weaponry left. The only thing I'm concerned about here is the physical attack from the Hatchet Man. Tell you what, let's just do a cheeky little multi-strike here. That'll do. Just get the S-laser on the Panther. We might be in a rear arc here as well. No, I don't think we are. We're not. We're on the left arc. Ouch. Right leg destroyed. Nasty. I gotta say though, watching the Hatchet Man do its thing, even if it's against my own mech, is a thing of glory. Yeah, I kind of deserved that. I went in a little bit too... well, no, I can't really say. I mean, I was going to say I went in a bit gun-ho, but they're not even my mechs, so I don't know why I particularly care. But yeah, I care about Metal. I hope Metal doesn't die. I've had him for ages now in this game. I'll actually do a physical attack here, I think. Just drop some of this heat. Ooh, and there is another lance coming as well. This could be a bit hairy, this mission. Ooh, especially, yeah, you see, terrible armor. Suspected that. So yeah, it is a fantastic variant of the Vindicator, but you must get into the kind of showroom with it to basically make it tenable when it comes to armor. So there's only the Hatchet Man left now. And Code's going to have to jump and fire here. That's fine though. 50% on the PPC. Can I get anything like a better percentage? Don't think we can. Nope. Doesn't look like it. Well, we'll go for a precision strike here. We can afford that. Right, Metal, stand up and jump away. Don't go anywhere near this guy. He's definitely got the better of you. And this is good, actually. He can jump pretty far out here. We'll just... Well, I'm going to jump so that he can't come anywhere near me. There's these, like, rocks between us, and then we'll just cool off. He's fine, though. He'll be absolutely... He won't have any major drama back there. Can you get any direct shots off here? Yes, very nice. We're hitting the hatchet arm here as well, I think. Yeah, we are. So this is good. We should be able to take the hatchet out maybe here. Lovely stuff. So that's really kind of destroyed his ability to do any more damage to us. But there will be another lance dropping shortly, so that's going to be interesting to see. It's obviously making up for it on this mission because the last mission was so easy. So it thought it'd give us a tough one here. But I really enjoy the tough missions, actually. They're really like you know, they're a good challenge, so keeps me on my toes. Got some nice percentages there, which is good. We're kind of really smashing into this right hand side as well, so that should have gone right into the torso. Oh, Boudica can't get a shot off there, that's annoying. Now, I'm not really concerned about this chap. I don't want to get so close to him because the heat won't do anything to him. He's only got a little bit of heat. But we'll go in for some rear arc M laser here. Yeah, we'll just do a regular fire. Oh, there she is. She can get the hit off there. That's good. Still in the game. Hatchet Man's a complete tank. Though he must have like barely any armor left in the head. We've got another lance coming up here, so that's going to be interesting. Although I feel like now we've got the trees and the, you know, I can actually spend another turn getting into position. Oh, well, they've got the. Wow, it might not be a full lance. It's 60 ton and a 55 ton. This could get pretty hair raising, actually. Yeah, pretty brutal. Maybe it just makes it more difficult because you get better variants of the lighter mechs. So to do it, you've got to face more of a challenge. And Code should be able to finish this guy off now, I think. There we go. We can actually make... Oh, no we can't, because there is the mechs are between us and the landing zone, so we won't be doing that. Firestarter, I'm actually happy to keep him in the fray here, because he lost his leg because of the hatchet, but very limited damage on everything else. I don't want to expose it. I think what I'll do is I'll try and do some outmaneuvering on them. So we'll just keep jumping around and maybe get some rear arc shots on them. Everyone else, I'm going to actually let them come to me. So I'm going to keep in these trees and brace everybody down. Just get rid of that heat as well. Trebuchet is really not made for desert conditions. Not in its like standard variant. It's a relatively brutal, like with those M lasers and the LRM-15s, it tends to run very, very hot. I think I thought they'd take the upper, like, way here, rather than coming round, which makes sense. That's what I'd do. The Enforcer's taken some pretty nasty damage here, so what I'm trying to do, I'm just building up like a pool of resolve so that I can do some precision strikes. And we're going to strike out with everyone. I'm going to keep everyone in the trees. Get rid of as much heat as we can. See what that 60 tonner is. Probably a dragon. It's a quick draw. That's better. The quick draws are terrible. So that's not actually too much to get concerned about. The Vindicator, though, has taken that nasty hit there to the right-hand side. So I really am going to pull him back and just use him for PPC shots when these guys come around the corner. And let them know that we're here with an LRM-5. Shadowhawk as well. It's 2H, still a dangerous variant. Trebuchet, you can actually go for an Alpha Strike here. Maybe an Alpha Strike. Nearly an Alpha Strike. I had to take that because he's not in the trees, so makes sense. Boudica, we're just going to smash into this this fella here. Try and keep a little bit back. I just don't want to take any like potential physical attacks or anything like that. And then Irby in the back there. Keep you way back here just to pew off your PPC. Nice. And then Metal, we can't sprint because we only have one leg, so we're going to really kind of start doing some outmaneuvering with him. And yeah, I'm just trying to kind of keep them at a distance, so we're just going to kind of use this, whatever this rock formation is here, to kind of keep a bit of distance between us. We're overheating there, but we'll have to do it. Just a tiny bit of overheating, though, so not a massive problem. These guys are useless. I think the game is purposefully making them terrible, probably because it knows that it's been relatively unfair to us, given that we only get a light lance. So I don't think it's like, there must be some kind of inbuilt code where the pilots are just terrible. Even the Irby didn't shoot there, which is bizarre. We're just going to continue on with hitting up the Shadowhawk. Still not through the armour there. And you can continue your pew-pewing. Yeah, the game's just decides it doesn't want to even do anything with them, which is fine by me, because that's a pretty brutal mission. If they're going to play that game, though, I'm just going to brace down with the trebuchet and sink some heat. Bizarre, really bizarre. Okay, well, any heat on these chaps? I don't think there is. They've not fired, so let's go and heat this. Well, we should be able to destroy the Irby, actually, possibly. If we're doing a rear attack here, we'll do a precision strike on the back end. See if we can get a nice kill. Nope. Going to keep piling into that Shadowhawk then. We're on the wrong side now, so we're on the armoured side, which is annoying. Keeping the trees here for sure. And I want to take out at least one of the sides here, so I think we'll precision strike here. Nice. I think that was the AC5 side as well of the Shadowhawk. Yeah, this is so bizarre. Whatever. You're still running relatively hot, so we'll just LRM spam the Shadowhawk. I don't know what to say, really. It's either a glitch in the game or it's just inbuilt to make it relatively easy, given how much, you know, like we've already had to deal with a lance that is really not like ours. So I've not been able to kind of do anything to these guys that, you know, to give me an advantage. So maybe they're just to scare you, maybe to get you to run to the end zone or whatever. But it's like they've just got an inbuilt inability to shoot. And he's turned his back to us again. They just want to die. That must be it. You can hopefully kill this guy then now with a rear attack. Still not blowed him up. 2 rear attacks and it's still not killed him. And he's run out of phlegm, but that's fine. Yeah, this is a bit of a farcical mission, in all honesty. Yeah, bizarre. We'll go and punch the quick draw then if he isn't interested in attacking us. We'll just do that and sink some heat. We run out of ammo as well on the AC, so we're just going to go and brawl them now to death. I'll try to be as quick as possible because this is super boring. I also am very, very convinced there'll be a third mission. Yeah, there's no way it will like just end on this. And please, oh, you can't attack him from the rear in a physical attack, which is annoying. This should be enough though now. Thank goodness for that. Right, just a quick draw left and we'll just pummel him to death. Oh, we get a rear attack here. I've never seen anything like this in this game before. It's completely bizarre. But hey ho. I think it is that. I think because the game knows that it would be a really tough stretch to kind of... Well, not tough. I'm confident I'd have done it, but I probably would have lost a couple of limbs along the way. But maybe it kind of just takes pity on you to some extent and just feels like, well, if we just kind of go in and, you know, we'll put a lance there to go and chase them off as opposed to like having to do a second battle. Fair enough. What's annoying though is it's just hiding in the trees and like hunkering down, which is annoying because then it just takes a lot longer to kill, which means I just have to go through the motions until it blows up. Still not destroyed. It'd be funny now if it just like turned around and started getting really aggressive and attacking us. It's not going to do that though. There we go. Very nice. And I think the original assessment was correct. Whichever security firms this guy is using is utterly useless. Commander, the area is blah 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 blah. Okay, now that's what I call a heist. 4 beautiful mechs, and all for a bargain price of 2 short combat drops and a couple of annoyed rich guys. Honestly, boss, you should let me plan our deployments more often. Might want to hold on that gloating, Yang. We've got a problem. Here we are. You remember that Achilles class drop, of course. We saw in Waylo's hangar, the one that was up on the blocks and nowhere near ready for launch. Well, it's launched, I'm guessing. It's right on top of us. You better get in here, Commander. Waylo wants to talk to us. Now, this is interesting because warships are basically things that are like jump capable, that have guns on them, are like almost extinct in BattleTech. I don't know if this thing is jump capable, but either way, warships pretty rare. So it will absolutely destroy the Argo without any kind of resistance from us, because the Argo, it may have weaponry on there, I'm not too sure, but it's certainly not going to be able to deal with anything like a warship. So, again, no money. We got some damage there, but none of our concern really, because we don't have to pay for it. Metal got a couple of injuries. He got the headshot and he got knocked over, so he'll be out for probably a month. 3 points of salvage though. Another couple of nice M lasers. Any electronics? Nope. Well, we'll take the... These are kind of the lesser ones. I might actually take the Hatchet Man just because it's probably the other variant of it that I want, but it's nice to have the 3X on the books in case I ever decide to go into that direction. Hatchet Man is a mech that I really do want as well. Really, I'll take the double plus, and then I'll take the quick draw as well, just for the extra cash that I can sell. Very good. Right, so let's see what happens now. So we've just stolen from this guy, and he's got a gunship, or a warship, pointed its guns at us. This could be interesting. Hello again, Sam. Hello, Commander Durant. Well, Samiri actually kind of buttered this guy up a little bit, so hopefully he's not too angry with us. I told you I'd pay you back for what you did to my hangar. You owe me, and I'm here to collect. Blowing us out of the sky would be a mistake, Whaler. We've got 4 of Graves' prize battle mechs right here in our Leopard. It'd be a shame to wipe out this much top-quality hardware, wouldn't it? You're right, it would, but you see, I've got a conundrum on my hands. Just think about it for a second. Put yourself in my shoes. I'm a man of status. That much is obvious. Just look at my ship. Yet out of the blue, I get accosted by a pack of grubby little mercenaries who want to take out my security and leave me defenceless. Now, obviously, I can't let something like that slide. So what's a heavily armed, proud and angry man like me to do? In your shoes, I think I'd be more interested in getting my hands on Graves' mechs. At the end of the day, we're just a bunch of grubby mercenaries. Who cares what happens to us? But Graves is a man of status, and annoying him is your bread and butter. Come on, Whaler, you don't want to kill us. We're cordial, remember. That has to count for something. You've got quite a few positive qualities, I'll admit. You gave Graves a black eye, and that put a smile on my face. Tell you what, I'm going to let you go. I'll even let you keep one of Graves' hot rods, but you're giving the other 3 to me to cover repairs for my security team and compensation for their families. Don't bother haggling. That's the best offer you're going to get. It's a good offer. So there isn't going to be a 4th mission. So the 4th mission was this, really, deciding on... That's the 3rd drop, sorry, not 4th mission. Right, so... Now, annoyingly, I can't go and see what variant of the Firestarter I've got. I don't even know if there is more than one variant of the Firestarter. That looked to me like the stock variant, I think, with the 4 flamers, 2 machine guns, 2 M lasers. I think that's the stock variant of the Firestarter from memory. The 1AA I adore, but I've already got. It's going to have to be the Trebuchet then, because we've already got the Enforcer. So we'll go for the Trebuchet. Excellent choice. The Trebuchet is a hell of a machine. You go ahead and drop my merchandise in the field below, then scurry off to the bloated whale of a dropship you've got waiting in orbit. The Argo is not a whale. Sorry, that was implied of me. She's a lovely ship. See, I can be cordial too. This concludes our business, Durant. For what it's worth, this has been first genuinely interesting day. I've had for some time. I suppose I've got you to thank for it. You can thank me, actually. The job was my idea and don't mention it. So glad we could settle this matter amicably. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to instruct my people to retrieve my new mechs. Goodbye, Commander. Right, well, we didn't get everything we wanted, but we're walking with a shiny new Trebuchet, and that's better than our usual score. Yeah. Okay, I don't think there's much else to say here. Oh, prize, no payout. It's a bit of a damp squib, this mission. We got the Trebuchet, obviously. PPC double plus, a piece of an awesome. It is the awesome I really like, but I've already got one. Oh, that's quite nice. Leg mod, arm mod plus. Oh, it's the one with the tonnage, so not great. And a gyro, which is... It's a good one, because it's got the +1 defense. And that's it. So we'll put the Trebuchet in storage. May bring it out at some point. May, for instance, like drop the Hunchback and then bring the Trebuchet out and use for an LRM platform. I don't actually have an LRM platform in the medium mechs. The Wolverine's got a little bit of LRM, but it's an option. So this is good, actually. That made it worthwhile, because I was almost regretting selling the Trebuchet previously. It's a mech that you find a lot of early on in the game. Like the opponents will spam it a lot, especially in reinforcement lances, because the initial alpha lance, whatever you want to call it, they'll be kind of using direct fire, and then they'll have reinforcements with LRMs to annoy you from afar with indirect fire. So that will then upgrade though as the game goes on. So it's more like now we find like archers and catapults and things like Cyclops as well can have like LRM fire. So it's good. Probably saves me maybe like 5-6 million Seabills if I ever wanted to go and buy one straight off the kind of out of the store. So that's nice. So we'll send you to storage. And that's it. So well and truly into the flashpoints now. I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying just like recording them. I'll start putting them up on YouTube as well shortly. I'll probably do it in batches. I believe there are like 25 missions in total, so I might do like, I don't know, 8 at a time or something like that. I'll see how it goes. Anyway, I think I've recorded like 4 now. I think this is the 5th, just off the top of my head. But yeah, very, very fun. Flashpoints are amazing. So I'll end it there, and I'll hopefully catch you again next time.